All right, we're going to head on over here to talk about another big game that you just saw in the Xbox press conference. One of the biggest action series is returning this fall, and we have footage of both the single and multiplayer modes to share with you. I'm talking about Battlefield 5, Battlefield V, and we're joined now by Daniel Berlin, the design director at DICE. Daniel, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
V dev team.
Yes.
I thought you were Metal Gear Solid 5, but no, you're Battlefield.
I am Battlefield.
All right, so let's talk. You guys showed some footage just in the Xbox briefing there of one of the sort of single-player missions. And talk a bit about how you guys are doing single-player in this game. Battlefield 4, obviously, you took it one approach. This game, it's going to be a series of sort of stories, right? Missions?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we found our format really well in Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
You know, the focus on different characters and different parts of the war. And that really resonated with both the development team and also with the community. So we're continuing that process, but we're also want to continue kind of like the mantra of showing, you know, the unseen, the untold, those parts of the Second World War that you haven't actually seen before. Now,
yesterday you guys made a big announcement about Royale is coming to Battlefield. Now, is it Battle Royale or Battlefield Royale, or you guys call it Royale, not Battle Royale? Is Royale what you're calling the mode?
I don't think we've actually settled on the name as of yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, we announced it yesterday, like you said. We're not going to go into too much details because it's still very, very early on.
Yeah.
But what I can say is that it's going to be our depiction of Royale, and it's going to lean into, you know, the core DNA of Battlefield. It's going to be destruction, vehicles, team play, squad play, and all those things.
Because I couldn't tell when they were talking in the briefing, is it going to come out like on launch day, or it'll come out later, or will it be there day one?
This is something that's going to be post-launch.
Post-launch, okay.
Yeah.
So but this year you think, or you don't know exactly time frame?
We don't want to say anything at this point because we're still developing the thing.
So play the core game, experience it, enjoy it, and then down the road there will be this Royale that you guys are experimenting with. I think you guys are masters, you know, back in the day, 64, so it's like, I think the question is, you know, how many players, what's the experience? You're right, I mean, Battlefield is so tailor-made for that type of experience.
I think it's a really good fit, actually. Yeah.
But it's good, like, everyone's doing it, and as you said, I think it's a great opportunity to sort of get in there and do that. So
I think so as well, for sure.
The team is already busy, I'm sure, with what you're already working on.
Oh, we're super busy, trust me.
No, and it looks great. I mean, you guys had the reveal a couple weeks ago, Trevor Noah in London. Tell us a bit about the characters in the game, because there was a lot of talk, as you know, even on YouTube when the trailer came out, a lot of down votes, up votes. People are very opinionated, especially about the depiction of sort of you know, female characters in this game. Can you tell us a bit about that decision? Were you expecting that kind of response?
I mean, the way we look at it is that, like, Battlefield has always been the type of game that you can play the way you want to play it. You know, like, if you want to be a tanker, be in a tank. You want to be an airplane, do that type. You want to be a medic, whatever. So this time around, we just said, like, hey, let's make sure that for all our players that are playing the game, let's make sure that they can play the game they want to play, and they can also be who they want to be. And that's what drove the decision. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that for us, at least. Like, you can build the characters you want to build. You can then build your company, which is a new big feature where you're going to be continuously getting new weapons, vehicles, and all these things. Just build your company with new characters and vehicles. So
it's one thing, I think, with the franchise now, and something you face is that you're kind of taking, you know, a little bit of twisted history, right? And it's sort of like, you know, it's based in reality, inspired by, and that's one of the things I think, especially with, you know, some of the female characters, you saw some people reacting very strongly, saying like, well, this isn't World War II, this isn't realistic. And tell us about sort of that balance between, you know, depicting reality and sort of, you know, changing it up. And do you feel you have an obligation or an opportunity to sort of, you know, be progressive in your thinking about this, about, you know, with female roles in games and things like that?
I think, I mean, for us, it is about the thing that we have a large player base. You know, we want everyone who plays Battlefield to be able to feel like they can be represented in our games. And I mean, we have always said that, like, we are not History Channel. We don't want to be History Channel. We are inspired by World War II, and it's Battlefield. Through the Battlefield lens, you will experience our take on the Second World War.
When you see all those downvotes, though, how does the team feel about that?
I mean, it's just like, For us, it was also the whole aspect of, for example, that everyone started looking at the reception, but also in terms of like all the stuff that came out of that. You know, like there was a lot of feedback, conversations coming up, but also all the music that people started putting on our trailer. I don't know how many variations came out. And
you guys may mention that the briefing with
we actually had people in the studio sort of making their own versions and stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's been good, I think, in general.
It's a passionate community.
It's a very passionate community.
Very deeply about it. And obviously, we should also talk a little bit about Tides of War and sort of what you guys are doing with sort of the experience over time. I think that's really important for a lot of the fans.
It is definitely something. I mean, the biggest thing here is that we're scrapping premium. So the big thing here is that we don't want to segment the player bases anymore. We want everyone to be able to say like, hey, it's a squad game, it's a team-based game. So you don't ever want to be in that position where you're being like, oh, we should play this map, and someone in the squad says, no, I can't because I don't have, you know, DLC X or whatever. So Fruity Tides of War, it's available for everyone who buys the game. We're not going to have anything locked in behind a paywall in terms of game modes or maps or anything like that. So everyone's going to be able to go into Tides of War, and this is our space where we will take players on a journey through the Second World War, and you know, introduce new theaters of war, and just basically introduce new gameplay experiences throughout the entirety of the Second World War.
All right, well, we're not going to have to wait long to play it. Coming in October, right?
October 19th.
October 19th. And are you guys going to be doing any betas or anything leading in to give people a taste of it?
There's definitely stuff coming in like that, but I can't confirm any dates or anything right now.
All right. No, it's all good. I know you guys are great at letting people test it out. And
yes, we want tests, for sure.
Yes, it's going to be a big year, and we can't wait to hear more about Royale when you guys finish your testing. Are you guys playing Royale in the office now?
Oh, there's a bunch of testing going around for cross, for everything, for co-op, for multiplayer, for war stories, for everything.
All right, well, it's a very ambitious game and a huge project, but we all are excited to see what you guys do with Battlefield.
Cool, man.
Thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you so much.
YouTube Live at E3.